Common Guru. I'm Jax, and today we're going to talk about the next question in our New Year, New Way series. Are you sometimes elated and sometimes depressed? Well, I would say I'm a monotone person. I do get elated and I do get sad and depressed at times when things don't work out the way I want them to be. But I had a true understanding of what manifestation does, and I find that I get really excited about some of the things that I want in my life, and I get quite depressed after when they don't turn out the way I expect them to. So today we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to tell you the tale of my ugly piano. So, most people in my life didn't know that I wanted a piano, for I never voiced it. It was one of those dreams that you have that you just never expected to come true. I had a dream board many years ago that I put the piano on, but in my mind I had this huge house with this round turret type of room, and my piano sat in there. Well, my current reality and my financial choices kept me from even owning my own house, never mind this multi-million-dollar, multi-room place. So I squished it and I dismissed it and forgot about the piano. Well, some changes happened in my life where my life was transformed and I started to create and get some of the dreams that I had. And one of the dreams I had was to own an older home. My hubby and I bought an older home, and with that started to spark the rumblings of some of the dreams that I used to have. One of them was, of course, the piano. Now, like I said before, nobody had any idea that I wanted one, so it was kind of out of left field when I said to my hubby, I'd like to look into getting a piano, especially since I wasn't working and there was no way we could afford to move it, and so it was just a lose-lose scenario. What an improper time to bring up wanting something of that grandeur. Well, when there's a will, there's a way. Jax will get her way, and as the mountain mover that I am, I decided I'm going to create the reality of getting a piano. I went onto the online classifieds and found in the free section, people were just giving them away. Now, I didn't put any thought into what kind of piano I wanted. All I had was get a piano, get a piano, get a piano. I did have the slight inclination that I would like one to have more of a high back than the lower ones, but that was basically the only thought I put into it. There was one that I saw that was quite fascinating. It was a dark stained one, and it had a high back and this beautiful embroidered bench that I could see from the picture. To handle the issue with the moving of the piano, I'd called a piano mover and found out how much it was, and there was no way in our budget that we could even facilitate that. With some of the Christmas money that I was expecting, I would be able to afford to rent a truck, but I couldn't afford the movers. Well, again, when there's a will, there's a way. I remembered that my boys were coming down for the Christmas season, and they're big, strapping, strong young men who would do a great job on helping their mom get one of her dreams. I was sure of it. So when I talked to them about it, they were excited about it, and so was I. They got here, and I thought, okay, they got here on a Tuesday. I made arrangements for Wednesday or Thursday for us to get the piano, and all was good. Well, when my older son came down, he brought the flu with him too, and we were decimated. It was awful. My older one was sick for 3 days, then I got sick, and then my mom got sick, and then my hubby got the worst of it, but he got a bronchial version of it, and he was bedridden for most of the time. My younger son kind of went unscathed by the whole experience, but still, we were in no mood to even think about going out to get the piano, never mind move one. So I gave up hopes of getting that piano, and I just kept my eye on the classifieds and thought, okay, well, a piano will show up. Well, I took a stab in the dark after all of us were feeling a little bit better on the Friday before they were leaving. We looked and looked and looked, and I had so many different contacts in my phone for pianos because I was being a piano contacting maniac, and I didn't keep them straight. I didn't list the contacts for what kind of piano they were or anything like that. So I got my wires crossed, and somehow in my mind I had gotten the low back ones and this light a light stain color that really ultimately is what it wasn't really what I wanted, but it was either have a piano or not have a piano because I didn't see when there'd be another opportunity to get one. Mistake number one. Well, not a mistake, but you know what I'm saying. We rented the truck. The four of us went out to go get the piano. I assured my husband it was going to be a walk in the park because it was a low back one. It was only 5 miles away from here. Not very expensive for the truck rental. Check, 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 check. We get to the house. We open the door, and there was the old one that I wanted, the dark high stained one, and I was completely blinded by joy. You know, you hear that people get blinded by love. I was blinded by joy. I was so excited. My husband took one look at the piano and one look at me and knew that he was doomed. He was doomed. He knew that he was going to have to move that huge heavy beast. Well, we got the huge heavy beast in the house, and I was elated because I got my piano. I'm doing the little happy dance. I was so excited. And then the veil was lifted. In front of me was the sorriest looking piano I have ever seen. The people who owned the piano did not take care of it whatsoever. There were cup stains on the top in various places where people just put their cup and let the water run out and stain it and dry. When I finally lifted it up to play it, half of the ivory was missing off the keys. I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. I didn't know what went wrong. I was just like, how could this happen to me? How could I get such an eyesore? Well, like I tend to do, I sat back and I looked at what happened. And my approach was wrong in 2 ways. Number one, I didn't actually specify to the universe what I wanted. I basically said whatever piano I could get, and I scrambled around and did whatever. And if I would have set a certain kind of piano in my mind, a certain condition, then I would have, 1, created that, or 2, better yet, would have been more selective and asked more questions and set myself up for success, which I did not do. 1, by not clarifying my dream, 2, by not understanding exactly what I wanted, and 3, by not taking the time and being patient and trusting that I would get the piano that I wanted. So now I got the piano that I got. I didn't get the piano that I wanted. I can't tell you how many times with the Jacks Will Get Her Way or the Move Mountain Jacks that I have actually stumbled over my own success, and out of fear and lack of faith that I have created a multitude of messes for myself, where if I would have sat back and trusted in the fact that I would get what I wanted, if I believed and I put the energy to actually achieve what I want, I could have had many, many different things. So my piano's on the other side of the house there. I walk by it every day and I say thank you. Because it is a manifestation, all right. It's an exact manifestation of what I don't want. And it is a constant reminder to me to set my goal, believe I can get my goal, and then be patient enough for my goal to come. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed this question in our series. If you want to connect with the Common Guru and different methods, forms, and formats, you can look down in our description box for some links there. Thank you for listening, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a great day. Bye.